Okay, we're recording. So again, this is sensitive information, so if at any point in time you need to take a minute, feel free to take time to listen to the questions and really think about if it applies to you. If your ancestors came to the United States by force, take one step back. Okay? If there were more than 50 books in your house growing up, take one step forward. If you ever felt unsafe because of your sexual orientation, take one step back. If you believe that you were denied employment because of your race, gender, or ethnicity, take one step back. If you believe that you were paid less because of your race, gender, or ethnicity, take one step back. If you have visible or invisible disabilities, take one step back. If you were ever stopped or questioned by the police because of your race, take one step back. If you have ever felt uncomfortable about a joke directed at your gender, take one step back. If you can show affection for your romantic partner in public without fear of ridicule or violence, please take one step forward. If you were embarrassed about your clothes or house while growing up, take one step back. If you attended private school as a child, take one step forward. If you attended college, take one step forward. If you had to take out loans for your education, take one step back. If you were raised in an area with crime and drug activity, take one step back. If you came from a supportive family, take one step forward. If you were separated from your family of origin for any time, take one step backward. If you have tried to change your speech or mannerisms to gain credibility, take one step back. If you are able to move through the world without fear of sexual assault, take one step forward. If you can legally marry the person you love, take one step forward. If you were sexually active with several people and it would improve your social reputation in other people's eyes, take one step forward. If you are reasonably sure that you will not be denied access to jobs or political resources because of your gender, take one step forward. If you are able to drive carelessly without someone attributing it to your gender, take one step forward. If you are relatively sure you can enter a store without being followed, take one step forward. If you are reasonably sure you would be hired based on your ability and qualifications, take one step forward. If your family automatically expected you to attend college, take one step forward. If you have ever traveled outside the United States, take one step forward. If your parents worked nights and weekends to support your family, take one step backward. If you can buy new clothes or go out to dinner when you want to, take one step forward. If you get time off for your religious holidays, take one step forward. If English is your first language, take one step forward. If you walk alone at any time of the day or night without thinking of safety, take one step forward. If you went to galleries, museums, and plays with your family, take one step forward. If you attended private school or summer camp, take one step forward. If you were raised in a single-parent household, take one step backward. If others get frustrated with you needing special accommodations or holding up lines, take one step backward. If you ever feel inferior due to a disability or mental illness, take one step backward. If you do not require a mobility device, take one step forward. If you don't need help communicating, take one step forward. If you study the culture of your ancestors in elementary school, take one step forward. If members of your gender are portrayed on TV in degrading roles, take one step backward. There we go. If you have been a victim of violence because of your race, gender, class, or sexual orientation, take one step back. If you can walk past a construction site without being looked up and down, or catcalled at, take one step forward. If you can turn on the television or open a newspaper and see people of my physical ability represented, take one step forward. If you view yourself as broken due to a history of trauma, take one step backward. If others view you as broken or damaged due to history of trauma or disability, take one step backward. If you have a hidden disability, such as PTSD or any other hidden disability, take one step backward. If you ever went on a family vacation, take one step forward. And this is the last question. If you have ever had a maid, gardener, or cleaning service, take one step forward. Thank you guys for participating.